In the vast world of One Piece, there are pirates who shake the world. There are pirates who split the skies. There are pirates who change the government. And then, there's this guy. Mad Monk Urouge. I mean, he's got wings that definitely shouldn't be able to lift him. He's got muscles so big he makes Baki look like a gym newbie. He smiles way too much that I'm starting to think he's got a certain consonant sandwiched between his surname and first name. And yet, no one knows what he actually does. So that's what we're here to investigate. What does he even do? Now, it's been a while since we've seen him, so what's he about? Urouge the Mad Monk is a member of the worst generation. In fact, he's the only one that's actually from a sky island. Same race as Enel and all. So bro's gotta be pretty jacked and probably dropped a few heater albums before falling off.
That's an awfully hot coffee pot. Should I drop it on Donald Trump? Probably.
Anyway, much like all the other members of the worst generation, he's introduced at Shabodi Archipelago, where all the rookies are running rampant like rats in an abandoned cheese factory. Urouge has a relatively small bounty of only 108 million berries when he got to Shabodi. When he got to Shabodi, he had a brief little scrap with Killer, but X-Rake the Bum stopped it. After Luffy committed the greatest sin, Urouge was quick to try to sneak off to avoid trouble, but was eventually cornered by a pacifista. Then this is where we learn of his currently unnamed Paramecia type Devil Fruit, which gives Urouge the ability to full anchor arms, which is a sick ability and fits perfectly with his monk moniker. The idea of enduring pain to overcome the obstacle is just perfect for schnasty fights. Regardless, despite putting up a decent fight against the pacifista, he's ultimately hurled in front of Kizaru, where he essentially accepts his fate of death.
Even stronger than him.
Huh? Kizaru! No! How unfortunate.
And puts on a very familiar smirk while doing so. Maybe one we've even seen a few times. So much so, I'm almost thinking he might have a familiar middle initial, but hold on to that for now. After getting a little angry, bro straight hulks out to pacifista size? I'm talking 10 times gain in 5 seconds. Unreal. And this is bro pre-time skip. Now he starts putting up a better scrap. I mean, check this right.
So good. So good.
Even shoving a pacifista into a locker. At least until Pseudo Kuma drops the boxing gloves and beams him with a laser. Surprisingly, he gets back up, hits a justified Vegeta pose, and immediately receives a spinning hook kick to the liver from Kizaru, which he tanks. Crazy impressive durability feat. I mean, that would incapacitate a person if they were hit by that from someone at their own power level. Let alone a lowly pre-time skip pirate tanking that hit from an admiral. Also, I guess that spin kick sent Buddy to the New World, cause that's the next time we see him. Where his first stop is Rajan Island, one of the islands that Roger visited in his journey with Odin, which is surely just a coincidence, right? Yeah, probably. And not to be racist, it is a little strange that one of the only others of Enel's race is sent to the Lightning Island. Oh, and look at this fella's smile. Anyway, on the island, we see this little old lady who offers them some strange umbrellas, and her name is Umbrella. Huh. But hey, whatever, as long as they protect against the weather. During their time in the New World, Urouge would reach Big Mom's territory. In this journey, he would have a bout against Charlotte Snack, one of the 4 sweet commanders, which he would best in mutual combat. Cracker jumps him mid-recovery like a sore loser on some "Wah, you killed my brother, wah!" What a geek. But not before hitting us with that classic deathbed grin. A deathbed grin so wide in fact that it would even make Luffy jealous. In spite of the condition he was in, Urouge was able to escape Big Mom's territory and return to his comfort on the Sky Island. Somewhere in the sky. How intriguing and vague, Mr. Oda. Almost like you're setting something up. He's chilling with 2 sky baddies. Did he get bigger? When suddenly he would meet another Emperor Kaido, Dude, could you imagine? Well, lucky for him, Kaido's not in an aggressive mood and decides to jump off the cloud's edge. Which, to me at least, I find it interesting that he prays during that. Goes to show that his beliefs transcend his desires. Anyway, Kaido was trying to go in a blaze of glory, though, as we know, he lands right in front of the Kid Pirate's base. You know what? I take back my, can you imagine? Could you imagine chilling at your house when a nuclear bomb in human form drops into you? And he's in a bad mood no less, because he couldn't get the chance to exit the main menu. Dude. Then, somehow, this is literally all we know about the dude. And compared to the other supernova, this dude is severely lacking. I mean, you can't tell me with a straight face that we're going to learn more about Law and Bonnie than some members of the crew. But Oda keeps Urouge irrelevant? Stalling story aside, I'm going to be real with you. This dude has to be a D. Like, no way Oda saves the worst generation member for last unless he's got something major cooking. And let's be honest, when has Oda ever left a crumb uneaten? Every little detail he drops, no matter how meaningless, seems to be capitalized on. Statistically speaking, bro's gotta be the swaggest worst generation member. I mean, come on, his defining trait is his uncharacteristically calm and constant smirk. This isn't random. This isn't even related to the theory I'm making here, but like, he has to be a D. No normal man is that calm in chaos unless they've got the will of D built into their DNA. To me, there's less than a 0% chance Oda built that much Sky Island lore in Skypiea just to leave it floating in the clouds forever. No. All that stuff, it's coming back. I've said it before, and I'll say it again. Eiichiro Oda does not forget. I mean, he must have ate the elephant fruit or something. Oh yeah, and who's still around from the sky? My goat, Mad Monk Urouge. The literal last relevant character we still have tied to that island in the clouds. That means something. Has to. He wasn't introduced just to flex a cool ability and bounce. And look, we're on Elbaf now. The long-awaited land of big boys and big gals. This has been hyped up for decades, since Little Garden, when we first saw two big fellas scrapping. I can't imagine many more major steps left for the Straw Hats. And Urouge doesn't seem like the warring type, so if Oda's gonna bring Urouge back into the picture, this is the arc. Enter Yggdrasil, the giant world tree sitting smack dab in the middle of Elbaf. This isn't just background decoration, though it is very decorative. The thing is massive, like it might even dwarf Zunisha. That's Zunisha, bro. Elephant the size of an island. Oh yeah, and on top of that funny tree, the Heaven Realm. Now let's talk about mythos. Yggdrasil in Norse lore has three main realms. You have Niflheim, the underworld, a barren desert, aka the ruined war zone where Loki and Luffy are chilling. Then you have Jotunheim, land of the Jotun, non-human giants, Elbaf, no brainer. And finally, Asgard, the golden realm of gods. You're telling me that's not Skypiea? Gold? Check. Sky? I sure hope so. Divine hierarchy? Uh-huh. Come on. Oda didn't just throw that in there for vibes. That's an intentional setup. So here's the theory. What if Urouge is up there, you know, looking for answers about either his people or the god he follows? I mean, he's a monk. Surely he's a monk for something. I don't think people go monking about with that level of conviction for nobody. Anyway, he's up there, looking for answers that we don't even have the questions to yet. So as the Straw Hats inevitably ascend the Yggdrasil of Elbaf, because you know they will, Urouge will be there, waiting. And you know who else will be? Loki. Here's the wildest part. When Loki reaches Asgard in Norse mythos, it kicks off Ragnarok, the literal end of the world. Sorry, the figurative end of the world. And what did we just learn on Egghead? The world is about to sink. The sea is about to swallow it all. Coincidence? Oda's been cooking this theory since chapter 237, all the way back in 2002. And surely there's a reason Urouge got an ability where he can grow in size. To have a big old climactic scrap with the fake god Loki, a man who's making a mockery of Urouge's religion, the man who will try to destroy his realm. That ain't just for dramatic effect, it's to fight giants. It's to become a giant amongst giants. There are just way too many coincidences for me not to believe this is a setup intentionally. Additionally, since Fishman Island, every single arc in the New World has had a supernova as a major player. Punk Hazard had Law, Dressrosa had Law again, Whole Cake had Al Capone Gang Biji, Wano had Law, Kid, Killer, Hawkins, X-Drake, Apu, and Egghead had Bonnie. And while she's in Elbaf, I don't think she has much of a story left. If Urouge isn't part of the final saga, I'll eat this pair of One Piece socks. No joke. So subscribe for that, please. Oda's had this man in his back pocket since pre-timeskip. He's the only worst generation member still undeveloped. And if Elbaf's heaven is real, you better believe Urouge is chilling there. Anyway, I just wanted to talk about Urouge, because I think he's one of the coldest supernova, and the fact he was saved for last gets my theoryometer going off. So if you like this video, do it, and I'll make more. See ya.